Ceramylus ater, the common chuckwalla. When one studies the behavioral patterns of a species, you must consider Tinbergen's 4 levels of analysis. The proximate causation, or how does it work, the development, or how does it develop, the function, what is it for, and the evolutionary aspect, or how has it evolved. On the course of study with the common chuckwalla, I have chosen to study the head bobbing. The proximate causation, since they are urbanized, perhaps the loud noises have caused them to develop more physically pronounced signals, such as the head bobbing for longer periods of time and a faster duration. Terry J. Ord in 2007, along with his colleagues, showed this particular theory with their studies of the Analis crystallis and Analis grunducles on the island of Puerto Rico. Both species communicate using these head bobs, which are crucial in maintaining the overlapping territories of the males. They found that individual males change their display speed on a display-by-display basis in response to fluctuating background noise. With the urbanization, development obviously occurs. In this particular group of chuckwallas I studied, the space is limited, so their territories overlap quite generously. Perhaps the juveniles are able to see the head bob from the mature and adapt a pattern like the head bob of the mature adult. Matthew Kwiatkowski and Brian Sullivan in 2002 showed that mating system structures in the chuckwallas is variable. Typically, males are territorial, with no overlap. Although in high densities, males appear to adopt dominance polygyny, in which they have overlapping home ranges and form dominance hierarchies. Head bobbing was frequently observed in the populations that were more dense. With the function, perhaps the female chuckwallas react to a male-to-male with a good head bob over a male-to-male without a good head bob, because they are able to defend their territory more. The more often the male will mate, the better chance of survival for his genes. Sanchez Hernandez et al. In 2011 discussed this behavior in the Clechides varinus, a skink in the Canary Islands. During their study, they noted that the submissive individual would exhibit the head bob pattern after the dominant individual just before running away. They considered the pattern a social warning and visual assessment between the two skinks involved. Evolutionary, Rechmar Ratter and his colleagues in 2006 studied the Samoliphrus dorsalis, an Indian rock lizard, and was able to show certain correlation with the number of head bobs and whether they were directed towards another lizard or just after moving from one location to another. However, both males and females do the head bobs. The only difference is the number and frequency of the head bobs. Males head bob more often and more frequently. So, perhaps all lizards developed it many years ago and still do it today.